Everybody, thanks for watching. This is another one of our marriage tips and helps for you guys that are married out there. Just to watch these together and just take some of the tips there and put them into place in your marriage. So this one today we're talking about like conflict resolution strategies and that kind of stuff, which means, effective conflict resolution, like compromise, right? So there's going to be times in our lives, in our married lives, where we are not seeing eye to eye on things. We're like, you know what, I see it this way and I see it this way. So sometimes what we're going to have to do is come together and figure out a good way to compromise, to say, you know what, we need to be unified on this. We need to be in unity for this decision as husband and wife. And if we're not seeing eye to eye on it, there's got to be a common ground in there somewhere where we can give a little bit to the one and give a little bit to the other and say, this will work. So you have to come together on those things. And you have to be together in the decisions that you're making in your marriage. You have to be communicating and talking and doing all of these things together, because that makes us all feel like we're part of the marriage, right? We're part of the situation. We're part of the circumstance. We're part of the solution. And compromise is something you'll have to do. The other thing is just finding that common ground. You've got to find a place that you can both stand on, that you say, you know what, this is good. Maybe one of you wants to move to this side of the country and one of you wants to move to that side. Well, you're going to have to figure out a solution where whatever is on both sides is in one spot that you both can say, we'd like to live there. And it could be in anything, the way you raise your children, schools, the church that you go to, whatever it is that's happening in your relationship, you got to come together, find the common ground, and move forward on that. Collaborative problem solving. You gotta stop, collaborate, and listen, and you gotta get your collaborative stuff going together and solving the problems. You guys have great hearts. You have a brain. You have a spirit. God moves in you. He's got some great ideas for you. So bring them together and solve the problem. Work towards solutions that are mutually beneficial. A marriage can't be all one-sided. It can't just be all one person doing everything, taking everyone everywhere. Everyone just listens. It's just sit down, shut up, listen to them. They're in charge always. That's not a relationship. That's a dictatorship, and that doesn't work. So you have to come together. It has to be beneficial for both of you. You guys have to say, you know what, I like this and I like this too. We're together on this thing, and then move forward in that situation or role. So compromise is key. There's going to be things that you compromise on that later down the road your spouse will compromise on for you as well. And compromise cannot be all one-sided either, where you're just always the one giving up, and the other person's just taking all the time. That doesn't work either. Like I said, that's not a relationship. It has to be together. It has to be mutually beneficial. It has to be common ground. You have to be unified in your decision, and you have to be okay with compromise in certain areas that's going to bring benefit to everybody involved in the situation. So I hope that helps you, guys that are watching this. Come together and talk about things. Remember, be in unity together in the decisions and choices that you make, and God's going to really bless everything that you do. So, hey, we'll see you on the next one.